Okay, so let's see how the stream handles this. The slowdown is my system, not the stream. I'm more worried about the artifacting. I'm kind of curious to see how artifacts are going to show up. But what we're doing is we're going to do a quick light test. Okay, so we have grassy ground, which is already plantable. We know that it's plantable because it's grassy ground. Grassy and forest are plantable as they are. You just get better results if you fertilize them. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of a light check here. So basically, when you have a tile that's exposed to sunlight, right? Let's go seeds. I won't. Whoop. Helps if I'm in the right screen there, huh? All right, so let's go ahead and grab corn. We're going to grab chrysanthemum. We're going to grab the aloe, goldenrod, coffee, cotton, yucca. Let's get rid of. So did we grab the last aloe, chrysanthemum? So the aloe's there, that's there. Let's grab some mushrooms. We'll grab some hops, potatoes, and blueberries. Now, what we're going to do is, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to swap some of this stuff out. All right. So when you're looking at your plants, if it turns green, it means you can plant there. If it's red, you can't, right? So you can't plant in stone, obviously, but you can plant in dirt. And as you can see here, everywhere we look is good. We can actually get light down here. So yeah, we're at bedrock. So you can plant down here at bedrock. Plant one of those. Now, everything, including mushrooms, are plantable in the sunlight, right? Just to show you. And as you can see, we didn't even till the dirt. You didn't have to. At least not right now. And there we go. Okay. So we've got one of each crop planted. Now if we come up here, let's go all the way up. And what we're going to do is we're going to place a couple of different blocks up here. So first thing we're going to try is, we know windows will work, we know iron bars will work. So let's get this stuff out of here. We're going to go arrow slits. And I just want the wood ones. There we go. So we're going to grab some of those. We're going to go iron bars. Okay, so I did test these before. Both of these, statistically, when you look in the XML, both of them are exactly the same. It's just in where they position on the block. Oh, nice, Red. Welcome back. We're going to go Windows. Actually, wood window. Pick those up. And then, what else? I mean, this is basically what everybody uses, so we'll start with these. Okay, so now you saw that we had everything set up so that we could, come on. Now, am I going to be able to span this is the question. I should be okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and test all of these out. So we can say at bedrock, we know that, you know, if you use this to frame in your window or your area above, that it'll work. And that's what we're going to check. If we can plant everywhere downstairs, then we know that, you know, we can use these. Now the question is are we going to be able to keep planting everything down there? Because when I tested these in previous builds, we found that the arrow slits had a little bit weird light passing, even though the blocks themselves say that they allow for sunlight to travel through. We found some weird situations with them where they weren't always working exactly the way they were supposed to. So okay, so as you can see, we do have stuff down here. We've got our crops planted over here. Now let's take a look. So okay, we need to hoe that out. Let's grab a garden hoe. Not just any hoe, the garden hoe. All right. Oh, no. So let's go ahead and get all of this done. Now did I just, yeah. Alright, so let's grab a little bit of this so we can fix. Come on. So we're going to go ahead and till the rest of this up. I miss the days when the garden hoe would actually remove the grass when you were tilling it. Hey Demon, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, you missed the big bada boom earlier, buddy. We set off a couple hundred rounds of TNT. Okay, and that's where our planted crops have stopped. So now we saw that we could plant over here. So as you can see, with arrow slits, we can actually plant pretty much everywhere down here. That's good. Except on the stone, again, you know, it's stone. Okay, so we know that this is good, right? So what we're going to do is, let's see here, we're going to swap you guys out. Whoa! So what we're going to do here is we're going to see if we do, let's go ahead and just do this. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically rinse and repeat what we've already done, but we're going to do it with the iron bars, because like I said, we know that the iron bars pass 100% of the light and have no collision issues that some of the other materials seem to have at times. But it does look like they fixed the arrow slits, so that is good news. We just want to have something up here that we know partially blocks light, or at least blocks collision. Alright. So now we go all the way back down here just to check once more really quickly, just to make sure. Ow. Sorry about that. Just hit my damn cable. Alright. So as you can see, everything down here is still plantable. You can't plant in the stone, you can plant in the dirt, right? So now we're going to take this and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the reason I go up 5 is because that gives enough room for everything, including corn. Corn requires 4 blocks, including the block that's sitting on. So, there you go. And there we are. All right. You know what? All right, we're gonna auger it. Sorry, I know it's loud. I apologize, but it's just so much faster. There we go. Okay. So now we can still plant in all of the dirt down here, right? Just check and make sure. If it's a dirt block, you can plant in it. See? Okay. So we know that this is not enough to block the light we have coming in. So if we wanted to build another farm layer on top of it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what we're going to do is, let's go up 1. So we're going to do this. So we're going to do 1 there. Okay. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit because I don't feel like digging this stuff out. For those who don't know, when you're in creative mode, you can clip through the walls and you can actually place stuff directly into the wall without having to dig it out. You just have to have something to attach your first block to. So each of these areas that we're putting in that'll be raised here, this is where we're going to put in the whatever we're using to block light coming down. All right, so now just to check, everything's still plantable. You still can't plant in the stone, you can still plant in the dirt. Okay. Now if we take this and we do, let's try these first. Alright, did that impact anything down here being plantable? Nope, everything is still plantable. Alright. You know what, let's do this. Since we know we can't plant in that, because that was all stone anyway. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run this down here. So we're not, basically this way we don't keep checking for things that we know aren't going to grow, if that makes sense. All right. All right. So this way we know all of this is valid growing space, and we're going to check this really quick just to make sure. Yep, still valid growing space. Okay. So now we're going to take more of our lovely dirt, and we're going to backfill some of this. Come on. Really? Are you really telling me I can't place because of the stuff that's here? Alright, we'll let it despawn. Right. Whoops. And that is the problem with creative mode. We get a little dirt happy sometimes down here. All right. So for those who have wandered in, welcome to the stream. We're actually doing a little bit of farm experiments in 7 Days to Die. We have dug a hole from the surface down to bedrock. We have already shown that when there is nothing above it, everything down here is plantable. If you have small spacers in here, it is still plantable. Putting in anything above it also leaves it plantable. So what we're doing now is we're going through and we're just going to check to make sure. So we're going to take all of these and we're going to do a couple more of these, and what we're going to do is we're going to check to make sure everything stays planted. Oh, come on. Swear I hate their block targeting and detection. So bloody annoying. Okay. So everything's still plantable, yes? Alright. So we have shown that you can now have 2 levels of farms. And we're gonna go ahead and finish this off just to make sure. Right. Ah, see? That one change made all of this unplantable. So if we go up, let's take the one out in the middle. Look at that. See? Alright, so if we're planning that, that's going to be, so from here, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. Now is that all the way there? So that one is no longer plantable, and a good portion of this area is now no longer plantable. Alright, so if we take this out, this one here, I'm betting this is going to be plantable again, see? Okay, so it looks like you can get away with passing through 1 block, but not 2. Once you start passing through that second block, it starts causing problems. But it looks like we might be able to get away with just having, and then just to show once again, yes, all of the dirt here is plantable. Alright? So we know all of this is plantable. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing we did on the previous level. We're going to grab these and we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So everything is still plantable there, and now we are not plantable here. So what we do have here, so we're seeing the same behavior. Basically, we're losing portions of the corners depending on which corner it is and where the coverage is. So if we continue to do this, we want to go straight up from here into there. And plantable again. Okay. So yes, 1 level, not a problem. 2 levels, you have to have a completely unexposed block for the sunlight to filter down. So if you wanted to do a farm like this, you're going to need to leave, if you're doing it in this setup, you're going to need to leave one probably on both sides all the way up like this. If you were doing something a little bit smaller, you could probably get away with having just the center open all the way up and then have whatever you're using to cap off your column. So, okay. And then just to Make sure. Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting we can do that now. Oh, you forget that. All right. I'm starting to think that I'm doing this subconsciously just because I enjoy using the chainsaw so much. There we go. So now we come back down here. We're going to do a quick test again. Obviously not plantable because there's no dirt there. Actually, I thought there was dirt here. Yeah, there's dirt there. So yes, we're gonna have to basically break that down again. Okay, so this is all still plantable. And looks like, yes, we have lost some of our plantable space again. So let's go ahead and we're going to take out this one. Yep. And it's plantable. Well, obviously it's not plantable because it's got stuff in it, but for the areas that you can plant in, everything's plantable again. Alright, so that tells us that yes, basically you do need to have at least one block open per level to pass unfiltered light down through. That's really annoying, Madmole. So what happens if we do... Can we match that rotation? Yeah. So what if we do that? Does that have a problem? Okay, so this is all plantable. This is all plantable. Nope. So yeah, even the windows will block it. Well, that's crap. Alright, that tells us that it doesn't matter the block either then. And then just to show you, once again, yes, it is plantable. Okay, so I don't know if that counts as an experiment succeed or an experiment failure. But that does tell us that we can still do multiple levels of farming underground, which is a good thing.